Did someone say snack? Try this easy carnivore snack that has only 2 ingredients. Welcome to Broken Carnivore. I'm glad you stopped by today. Before we get started in this video, I want to read to you Romans 12, 1 and 2. I urge you, therefore, brothers, by the mercy of God, that you present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable to God, which is your reasonable service of worship. Do not be conformed to this age, but be transformed by renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is good and acceptable and complete will of God. In this video, I am bringing to you a great snack idea. This one here is really super simple. A lot of people has made brown butter bites, and I have made them before. They turned out great, kind of had that toffee taste, you know, with the brown bits in the bottom. Well, I want to bring to you a great 2 ingredient snack that only has those ingredients, butter, and I'm going to add bacon to mine. This is like having carnivore crack. This is like having that great snack that you're full of fat, you have your protein, and no guilt. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is I'm going to preheat the air fryer. I'm going to use the air fryer. You can use any form of heat. You can fry your bacon in a pan, you can put it in the oven, or you can do like I am with the air fryer. So I'm going to set this up. And then I'm going to take this bacon, which it's about, this one's 24 ounces because I'm going to make a large batch, like 1 pound and 8 ounces. You can use just a pound of bacon. It depends on the house size you want. I'm making a large batch, so I'm using more ingredients. So what I'm going to do is you can fry it up and chop it, but what I like to do is I like to take this out, and I like to take my bacon and what I like to do is just take kitchen shears, and I just like to chop my bacon up into pieces and put it here in the air fryer basket, and then I just occasionally stir it until I get to the desire of crispness I want. All right. Set the time up, and there we go. About 20 minutes. Usually takes me about 20-25 minutes to do it in the air fryer. It depends on my desire. Some people like it extra crispy, some people like it flimsy. I like it kind of in the middle where you have a little bit of that crisp, that crunch, but also the flimsiness as well. The bacon is done, so I put it in this paper towel lined bowl so I can actually get the remaining grease, any grease drain. And you can actually, after you put the bacon into your butter, after it's melted, ready to be put in the freezer, you can actually use this paper towel, and you can use it to put the bacon grease that's soaked onto the paper towel onto your skin, and it's a great moisturizer, a great natural moisturizer, and that's the kind of moisturizer that our skin needs, is that fat. So that's the dual purpose. The other purpose is you can save your bacon grease and use it to cook your eggs, cook your, fried chicken, you make a fried carnivore pork tenderloin sandwich, whatever you can use. There's multi-purposes for that bacon grease, and it is great. I save my bacon grease, and I'm going to save it, so I'm going to put that in a jar later. And the one good thing about, I like how my bacon bits, you have some pieces that are crispy, and you have some pieces that are more chewy, that's not, kind of flimsy, and that's how I like my bacon. A little bit of crunch, a little bit of chewiness, kind of in between, so it gives you a little variety. So now on to the main ingredient, which is the butter. I will be using a pure Irish butter from Aldi. I get this butter here. It's $3.99 per 8 ounces. It is great butter. It's a lot cheaper, and it's the equivalent of Kerrygold. And so I'm going to be melting 16 ounces. Depends on the size of your recipe or how much you want to make. I am going to do a large batch, so I will be doubling this recipe. So let's unwrap this, and I already got this skillet. It is heated up to melt the butter. One block. Turn that down just a little bit. Second block. What I'm going to be doing, what you want to do is you want to actually melt this, and you want to continue to cook it until you start seeing brown butter bits in there. And that way you can tell that your butter is now more of a brown butter. So I'll get back with you soon. Now the butter is now melted. It is now fully turned into a brown butter. You can see through this angle of the camera, you can tell that the butter is brown. You can see the brown butter bits. You can actually see the butter is more brown. The whole total cook for me, it took me about 10 to maybe 15 minutes to get to this point. So now let's take this parchment lined glass cooking dish, and we're going to pour the melted butter into that baking dish, and we're going to make sure we scrape all those brown butter bits because that's what gives it that flavor. And I'm not for sure. I've never done this before. This is the first time I'm having brown butter bites or anything like brown butter. And a lot of people said it is good. It's supposed to be like a toffee-like candy taste, but without the sugar. So let's go ahead and put that all scraped in here. So that way we can get the bacon in. Now we're going to take this bacon and we're just going to sprinkle it throughout the whole dish so that there'd be evenly butter and even amounts of bacon. And if you're like me, grab some bacon and eat it as you put it in there. All right. I got the brown butter, the bacon in the butter. So what we're going to do, I'm going to put this in the freezer for 1 to 2 hours, and we're going to come back into 1 to 2 hours, and then we're going to give this a taste test and see how it turned out. Been 2 hours since I put this carnivore snack in the freezer. I am so looking forward to eating it. It looks just like having candy, like toffee candy. I know that most people that do brown butter bites do it with unsalted butter, but you have to be careful with the unsalted butter because your conventional unsalted butter, and I think like some of your unsalted butters like Kerrygold, has actual other ingredients in there that is not really good for us. So if you want to try it with it, that's up to you. But I did it with the regular salted Irish butter, and it turned out good. I'm not big on sweets anymore since I've been carnivore for 576 days or 577 days. I don't have the desire to have the sweets like I used to when I was on the standard diet or when I was keto. So I'm okay. I'd rather have the saltiness over the sweetness any day now. So I am so ready to look for it. I've never had brown butter bites. I never had brown butter. It looks delicious, especially with the bacon. And I am ready to give it that taste test. So let me get a piece there. Oh my goodness. It looks really good. When I broke it up, it sounded just almost like having brittle, like peanut brittle or, you know, that butter brittle, whatever it is. And I love that it has the brown butter bites, you know, it all come together. When it's solid up, it looked like brown butter. It looks like toffee. I'm ready to give this a try. I am looking forward to this. This is a great snack to have in your fridge or your freezer where, you know, you don't have to worry about making something or you need that little extra butter or that fat, because we need the fat. Our hormones our brain's made, that is made of fat, and we need that fat. So I'm gonna break a piece off and give it a taste test. Wow, you can taste like that toffee taste, like that, and it's really flavorful. Got that little bit of that saltiness in it as well. If I can find a great unsalted butter, I bet it'd be kind of like a sweet. It's like having candy. It is so delicious. Oh, it is so good. You have to hold on 1 minute. You have to try this. This is delicious. You have to make it. If you're a carnivore or you're starting carnivore and you see this video, you have to make this recipe. It will be linked in the description box down below. And now, since we're at the end of this video, do one thing for me. Hit that like button. The more likes that this video gets, the more that YouTube pushes it out to others so they can be able to view it. Subscribe to Broken Carnivore. Comment down below that you want to try this recipe and see how it turned out. Also, hit that notification bell so that way you know when the next video is popping out. And like always, let's be kind, be positive, have a good attitude, and encourage and support one another. Y'all have a great day. God bless. And if you want another great snack idea, check this video out down below.